5 a.m. gym, 7 a.m. AutoZone shift, 4 p.m. valet job, 11 p.m. study business and marketing until I couldn't keep my eyes open. Rinse and repeat every single day. The first month was hell. My body hurt constantly. Living with my mom at 26 felt like the ultimate failure. The valet job was a constant reminder of everything I'd lost. But I kept looking at that $100 bill on my wall, kept thinking about Liam's smirk, used that anger, that humiliation as fuel. By month 3, things started changing. Down 25 pounds. Started seeing muscle definition again. The regular customers at AutoZone began asking what I was doing differently. But the biggest change was happening in my mind. See, working at AutoZone had this unexpected benefit. I got to talk to every kind of car guy in Detroit, from suburban dads working on their weekend projects to serious collectors maintaining their classics. Started noticing patterns in what they complained about, what they couldn't find, what they wished existed. The high-end guys, especially, they kept complaining about how the dealerships, like Liam's family's chain, were overcharging for basic work and screwing up the complex stuff. The more I listened, the more I saw a gap in the market. These guys wanted someone who understood both the mechanics and the luxury market. Remember that warehouse I mentioned earlier? Found it during a valet shift. This massive abandoned building in Corktown, right between the wealthy suburbs and downtown. The previous owner went bankrupt during COVID. The place was a mess. Broken windows, graffiti everywhere, probably some questionable residents in the corners, but wow, the bones were perfect. High ceilings, great location, massive doors that could fit any size vehicle. During my breaks, I'd sit in my car outside that building, running numbers, sketching layouts, planning. The asking price was way out of my league, $400,000, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Then came the breakthrough. One night I'm valeting this beat-up Rolls-Royce Phantom. Yeah, that's the thing. The owner's this old-school Detroit businessman, Mr. Graves. The car's making this weird noise. He's complained to 3 different dealerships, spent thousands. The problem is still there. I hear it and immediately know what it is, a classic air suspension issue these models have. I tell him my diagnosis. He's skeptical, but desperate. Says I can look at it after my shift if I want. Spent 2 hours in that parking lot fixing his car with basic tools from my trunk. When I finish, he's shocked. Starts asking about my background, my plans. Told him everything. About the warehouse I wanted to buy. About my vision for a different kind of luxury garage. About how the current market was underserving guys like him. Must have talked for another hour. The next day he calls, wants to meet at his office. I show up in my best clothes, which wasn't saying much at that point. Hands still stained with motor oil despite scrubbing them raw. He has a proposal. He'll help secure the loan for the warehouse, plus $200,000 for renovations and equipment. In return, he wants 25% of the business and first priority service for his car collection. But here's the catch. I had 3 months to prove I could run a business. Had to create a complete business plan, marketing strategy, everything. Oh, and I had to get back in good standing with the luxury car community. No pressure, right? You know what I did? Grabbed every free business course online I could find. Spent my valet shifts studying the high-end clients, how they talked, what they valued, what made them trust a business. Used my AutoZone connections to start rebuilding my reputation in the car community. Called in favors from every mechanic I'd ever helped. Lost another 20 pounds. Started dressing better. Not fancy, but professional, clean, pressed clothes. Even for the valet job. Changed how I talked, how I carried myself. Not pretending to be something I wasn't, but becoming the best version of who I could be. 3 months later, I walked into Mr. Graves' office, a different man. Physically, mentally, professionally. Everything had changed. Slapped down a 100-page business plan that I'd rewritten 12 times. Had 5 luxury car owners ready to sign maintenance contracts. Had a complete renovation plan for the warehouse. He read through everything, looked at me for a long moment, then opened his desk drawer, pulled out a set of keys. The keys to the warehouse, he'd already bought it. Said he knew after week 2 that I was going to make it happen. Just wanted to see how far I'd push myself. That night, standing in my soon-to-be shop covered in dust and cobwebs, I finally took that $100 bill down from my wall, not because I was over it, but because I needed room for the building permit that was going to change everything. Renovating that warehouse was like bringing a dead car back to life. You've got to strip everything down to bare metal before you can rebuild it properly. First day, I walked in as the owner. I found 3 homeless guys